All right, today we're going to look at the Mighty Mount installation using the Fullback. The Fullback is a backing plate that makes for the most secure installation of the Mighty Mount, so you can use rod holders, any sort of devices that be real stable. And then we're going to do that in the back of the boat because this is a hard place to get into to put washers, nuts, to get a real secure installation. But with the backing plate plus the rigging bullet, we can get this guy installed on the inside of the boat, right back here, have the Mighty Mount on top, then be able to use any screwball device that we want. So the first thing we're going to do is drill the hole pattern for the Mighty Mount. It's a 1/4 inch hole. Drill one hole and then drop the first screw in place. Then drill the second hole. Drop a screw in. This holds everything, keeps everything in alignment so all the screws line up when you get done. Number 3. And number 4. So then we can pull that out and remove the screws and put the Mighty Mount back in place with the opening where you want it. Next, we're going to feed the rigging bullets through, and that enables us to bring the backing plate in. So I have a rigging bullet here. I have a knot tied in one end on this little string. That keeps it from pulling through. And then the string comes out the other end, and my string's about 12 feet long, so I can reach from this point to the gear vault where I'm going to pull it out. So this is where you want to pull out the hatch sack, so you can get access into that whole chamber. And you'll take your rigging bullet and drop it in through one of the holes. You may need to pull that out and give it a little push. Feed the line through. And then you're going to want that to go all the way forward to that gear vault so you can pull it out the front. On the other end, I've tied the 1/4 20 washer so that that string can't pull through. All right, so it's not quite there yet, so I'm going to have to get a little encouragement here. There we go. So that's number 1. And I'm going to set it right here over the side of the boat, keep some tension on it so it doesn't interfere with our second one. Now the second one we want to drop in through a diagonal kitty corner to the first. And again, you may need to lift the boat a little bit to get that to go down. And there we go. So we have the 2 diagonal corners. We want to make sure we get them started in the corresponding spots. So the first one's going to go here, second one's going to go here. So then we just feed this through from this side and give that a couple turns so it's in place. And the same thing with our first one. So that's how it looks. Just set that down in the boat. Come around, and then we're going to pull up on our strings to retrieve it. Then once you get close, you'll feel when the fullback actually lifts off the ground. At that point, you may want to pull the mighty mount out of the way, so you can just really line that up and feed those rigging bullets through. And once you get them started, just like that. Now if your holes are snug, that may hold right in place. But the other thing you can do, you want to bring this down now, the mighty mount. Set it in place just like that. And then the washers that are on the end of the strings, if you undo the knot, well, you can slide it down the string right over the rigging bullet, and that will ensure that it doesn't fall back into the boat. And take your other screws, put them in the holes where the rigging bullets are not, and drill them in. I'm not going to get it tight yet. And once that's in place, that's going to hold the rigging bullet. And then you can unscrew the rigging bullet and pull it out. If the rigging bullet is too tough to come out by hand, take the two nuts, screw them on, then take a couple wrenches and tighten them to each other. Then you can take the wrench and turn, and it will twist the rigging bullet and unscrew it, enabling you to get it out easily. Take your next two screws then and put them in where those rigging bullets were. And then you can tighten them all up. You don't need to go real tight, just snug. And that's all there is to it. Then you can take your screw ball or any device that works with the screw ball, slide it into that mighty mount, and you have a very secure, permanent installation.